sweet baby, when me first lady. Now I'm gonna lie, you on my mind lately. Every time you tweet, yo, you want me as me.
Welcome back. It's another season. Oh, sorry, y'all. I wasn't talking into the mic. I got real excited. I'm ready to start. But you already know, it's your girl, Nikki Anticss. We're back with a whole other season of DocuDJ, your interview series, highlighting and getting more in depth with your favorite DJ. And, highlighting their journey as a DJ. We want to know when they get off the turntables, what's going on in their life. So here at DocuDJ, you'll find that. You'll get the insight. You'll ask the questions and all of that. I want to big up Rise Radio for producing and having me here today. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm glad if you're tuned in right now on Twitch, you're tuned in wherever you're at right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't seen the first season as yet, you can go on my IG page, Nikki Anticss, and go on IGTV and see those things. Well, I'm not going to sit here and talk too long because I got special guests on here. First episode, I want to welcome DJ C Live.
How you doing? Thank you for having me over here. I appreciate it so much.
Of course. Thank you for coming to, first of all, be my first guest on the second season. Like, first of all, that's for me. I hit you up like last week and I was like, yo, C Live, thank you. C Live, I got the spot. Can we do this again? We did it one more time and, I want to do it again. So I appreciate you.
Look, when I tell people anytime anybody hit me up, let me get a little bit more volume on this real quick, please. Get a little bit more volume on this, a little bit. I tell people anytime you hit me up, I'm easy to get to, you know what I mean? As far as I reached in my career, or as much as I want to be in my career, I tell people you can hit me up anytime. I'm never stush. I don't shy away from where I came from.
That's true.
And I don't forget my roots, my foundation.
Right. You are that. You literally are that. And that's why you're somebody that, when I did this second season, I was just like, I need to have you on here because I've been following you for a minute now.
Yeah.
I've been at parties that you ain't even know I was at paying attention.
That's a fact.
You get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's something that, I think Ben needs to happen. It's a conversation that, your community, you're in your community, you're doing things for your community. And I just think we got to sit down and just talk about your journey, how you came about, what you went through, and, today who you are as an individual.
All right, cool. Go ahead.
So, yeah, let's get into it. So, first off, I really start off with, the early days before, big C Live came out and, started DJing. What was, your community like growing up and, where did you grow up at?
I'm from Flatbush. What are you talking about? Nationality-wise, or are we talking about where I was born first?
No, like when you grew up, where you was born, but you can get into your nationality too as well, because that's a big part as well.
I'm from Flatbush in Brooklyn, the heart of Brooklyn, you know what I mean? A lot of people would agree with that, but in my community growing up, it was rough, but like, compared to certain areas, it wasn't as bad, but it was still bad. Like, it was bad. So me growing up, like, I'm from the hood. And the thing I tell people is, I made it out myself. I'm still hood, but I live in the hood, but the hood is not inside of me. You know what I'm saying? I can be hood as a persona, but that's not my character. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I represent Flatbush anywhere I go. I love being from Flatbush. I love where I come from.
Yeah. So talk about more of the culture in Flatbush and,
So more of the culture in Flatbush, we talking about nationality or the gangs? Which one?
We talking about nationality. I want to talk about, your influences now. We could go into, like, you're in your community. Like,
so in my community, there's a lot of Haitians, there's a lot of Jamaicans, there's a lot of Caribbeans. So growing up there, everybody's Caribbean oriented. So it's like, if I was supposed to move to, like, Pennsylvania or something, I'll feel out of place because it's like I'm not around
your culture.
Yeah, my culture.
Right.
Especially being from Flatbush is like we represent anywhere we go. Like you see how we have the Brooklyn Nets now. Nobody go harder for Brooklyn Nets than a Flatbush person. Trust me, I'm telling you.
I think us in Bed-Stuy go a little hard. I don't know.
Nah,
for real?
People from Bed-Stuy, it could be a debate. That could be really a debate.
Okay.
But growing up in Flatbush, it wasn't easy, you know what I mean? Especially with gang stuff, like, you know, like where I live, it's blood, Crip, and folk. So, and mind you, all of them is like related. So it's just like
Crazy.
I'm right in the midst of it. Some of it is family members or whatever. My brother grew up around them, and you know what I mean? It didn't really, like, it did bother me, but at the same time, it's just like I had to take it with a grain of salt and just mind my business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now it's like, how did it influence me? Influence me to do better.
Right.
At the end of the day, like, do better as in what? Because doing better is a broad statement.
Exactly, and especially if that's what's happening in your community. What is it to do better or be better? You know, where's that example of being better? So when I talk about that, I want to talk about influences, but mostly, you know, your musical influences and where you kind of went into now not being so much like on the streets but getting that musical education. Where did that, you know, start from?
So basically asked me what inspired me to be a DJ.
What? But yeah, but
what influenced me?
What was the start? What was the foundation in
the sense? Foundation, growing up Caribbean, but mostly Jamaica. If you know one thing about Jamaicans, we're full of vibes. You get what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to parties and music.
Yep.
And yes, we can be very rough. We're very ignorant. Can be. Not all of us.
You saying it. I'm not saying it. He's saying it.
We can be.
All right.
But when it comes to, like, you know, getting together and partying and having fun, it's like we're one mind. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
The music is like very uplifting from reggae, rubber dub, the dance hall. A lot of people don't know the difference between dance hall and reggae.
Yo, okay, to not even cut you real quick, I literally was playing, you know, Spice's new song, Go Down There, real quick. This dude was just like, oh, I was shooting a video, long story short. He's like, oh, what is it, a reggae video? I said, dance hall. He goes, I'm from Jamaica, I know the difference. But I'm like, don't you hear it? You get what I'm saying? Like,
so when it comes to that conversation, reggae is the foundation of Jamaican music.
Of course. So
it's a branch under reggae, but it has its own specific branch. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like my job. We're called the Thomas S. Murphy Clubhouse of the Boys and Girls Club of America. Yes, we're the Boys and Girls Club of America, but we're a branch made by them because we're in Madison Square in New York City.
Got you.
So we still go by the same rules as them, but we're called Madison Square. We're the
Got
same
you.
company,
Got
but a
you.
different branch.
Got you.
A lot of people, it goes over to people's heads because they don't want to be.
Yeah, and I didn't take none of it. I was just like, okay,
No,
dude,
no,
you
no.
know, you get what I'm saying?
It's
like,
a debate I have with
get
people a lot of
I get the
times.
foundation part, but this is where it is. You get what I'm saying? If you want to be real technical, but. Back to it, the culture, community, you growing up, musical influences.
So musical influences, like I said, I'm not only Jamaican, I'm half Bajan as well.
Right.
My father's from Barbados. So I had the soca and calypso growing on me as well.
Right.
And you
got
know,
the best of both worlds in a sense.
I try to. And then also, I have different family members from St. Vincent. My godmother's Grenadian.
Okay.
I have a lot of Guyanese people around me, Trinis, a lot of Haitians.
Culture.
Yeah. So also, even being, and also a little American when I feel like it. You get what I'm saying? Being from Flatbush, Brooklyn, like, you know what I mean? I love 50 Cent, Lil Wayne. One of my favorite artists in this era of generation is Tory Lanez. So you get what I'm saying?
So what was mom and dad listening to like back in the day?
Oh, mom is
like,
a Christian.
Mom is a Christian. So
But
she wasn't playing all the daga daga raga
no,
in the
she
house.
wasn't playing that. But she listened to calypso and stuff like that. And then yeah, that's a mosquito flying by.
Mosquito, I'm gonna get you.
I heard a lot of gospel. Growing up in church, I hear gospel music 24/7, especially even now to this day. Oh my God, it's legit everywhere in the house.
Wow.
But when I'm in my room, I just play whatever I want to play.
Okay,
you get what I'm saying?
Got you.
And then
was it ever like you were playing, you know, in the house and she was just like cut that off, or was she always like letting you find your own musical influence?
I just be mindful, just respect her because you know it's really a very touchy subject when it comes to that.
Right.
And you don't want to just avoid certain situations. You just gotta take it with a grain of salt.
Right. I hear you.
So that's how my life growing up. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't rough, but like what I want to do was rough because you know what I mean. Like I believe in Father God and the higher power of that, Christianity to a certain extent, not fully, because like I can't say I'm not a born again Christian. I don't like church, but I do believe that you should at least still praise God.
Right.
you know, some point in time in your life. You know what I'm saying? We never forget.
Right.
But as far as like Christian music and stuff like that, like there's some little gospel music and stuff. I used to play the drums for church.
Okay.
You know
so
what I'm saying?
You was there. You was
and it's
there.
a Jamaican church too at that.
All
so
right, so y'all was getting a little bit down. It wasn't just a little rock.
Yeah. So that also influenced me too, as in my career of where I want to be. Just me as a person, not just music career wise, because a lot of people just see me as a DJ and not just forget about me being a human being.
Right.
I tell people when we have a title, people let that go over their heads. People think because he's LeBron James, nothing can happen to him. Anything can happen to you.
Right.
And you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. You just being that aware of, you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I can also be.
Like like if you talk to me outside of being even if you talk to me being C Live and Corvin together, it's the same personality but different characters sometimes. Same characters, different personalities sometimes.
Okay.
So like you see how you see me pulled up, I'm just like I'm looking tired, but then when you see me at a party, it's just like, wait, where does this energy come from? I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I just be like, I be ready. Vibes, same vibes. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Got you. So now that, you know, growing up, you kind of figured out in a sense like what music, you've been exposed to certain music. What made you then go and say, I want to DJ? Or, you know, what was that moment or time where you was just like, I want to DJ?
You want me to be honest?
I want you to be completely honest.
It was Pasa Pasa.
Oh God! You have the videos?
Nah, like the
videos. You went to like a real actual. Yo, you was not that old. You was not that old.
Nah, I didn't go.
Oh.
But there's a lot of street parties. Let me tell you something. As much years I've been going to Jamaica, I've never been to a party in Jamaica.
Really?
Never.
How come?
I have my family, like legitly. There's not a lot of people around my age. So everybody's at least, when I'm like, when I was like, you know, 15, family members is 40 something, 50 something. Like my mom she's up there.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? My oldest brother is 49 this year.
Okay.
And my second oldest one is like 39.
Okay.
But I could roll, if I go with my older brothers.
Right. You good.
We roll out, like, you know what I'm saying? But as far as that, you get where I'm coming from as far as the aging and stuff like that. So, but Pasta Pasta was really it. Like, you know, I used to shota dance back in the days when we had the shota dancing era.
Big dancer.
Something like that. I wasn't that crazy, but like, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Right.
You give me, I'm not talking about ding dong this era. I'm talking about Bogle and Nutty Violence and all that stuff.
Got you.
If you really go around doing your history about teams back in the days, back from 05 to at least 08, 09, you have Team Invasion, my cousin Kid Bread and all them, Shine, anywhere them there, big up themselves. The 007, you had Reconnection. Yeah, my cousins and I were called Starlight Dancers or Starlight Movement.
Okay.
They used to call me Junior Magic because of my older brother.
Crazy.
So,
but as far as like those individuals, you know, being around you, what was that you said Pasa, but you know, what was that time? Were you around anybody in the sense that was DJing that you wanted to be like, I want to do that too? It just was that specific moment.
I was just like, you know, I like music and I like fast paced. I like vibes. You feel me?
Right.
So, like I said, like being in the household that I grew up in, they were strict on me and like, you know, going outside. So, you know, a kid that don't get to go outside as much, they see a lot of things and they like, yo. And it just caught on to me, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
And then it really caught on to me about high school, like my junior year.
Okay.
So it didn't happen in my early years of like when I was 12 or something. It happened when I was like 17.
Got you. So now let's talk about your first encounter now DJing. Like, was it turntables? Was it CDJs? Was it just a regular DJ?
Nah.
What was that first experience like? Now you're in front of the turntables. You want to do this.
So
you want to DJ. What you about to do?
So the first thing I had was I was using virtual DJ. I didn't even have my own laptop yet. The person that really introduced me to even getting me out there was my friend that I will never forget. Her name is Malika. She go by DJ MGZ. She has took off, like not taking off as in DJ career. I'm talking like she took off from that.
Okay.
Like, you know, she don't really do it as much. She want to get back into it.
Okay.
But without her, I wouldn't even be where I'm at right now, honestly.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Big up her.
She helped me she showed me the ropes, and I just went off by myself after a while.
Okay.
But every time when people have this conversation with me, I always mention her first. It's not my mom or my dad, or my brothers. It's legit her.
Wow.
And from when I was trying to do Ustreams, I just kept like, being consistent with it, like, and just like my mindset is if I want something, I keep doing it till I get better at it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was, she just paved the way for me. She gave me her laptop, whatever the case may be, go by her house. It started off me DJing in the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
So where I grew up at. So she used to just like take me on her wing. And to the point when I used to get bookings, like, started getting to the party world, I would have to use her to go with me so I could use her laptop and DJ off a little Hercules set that she had using virtual DJ.
Wow.
And them times, like, I was still putting out mixes, but when I look back at it, it was just like, I wasn't really that good back then. And I'm just like, wow.
But you heard those mixes, and that literally made you all right.
Like, I didn't understand it. I used to think, like, when you're young, you always think something is lit when you have something that sounds like it's nice.
That's true. That's true.
And I wasn't really doing homework at them times. But as you get older, they say as you get older, you become a little bit more wiser.
Right.
So now I do more homework than I normally do. Like I said, she paved the way for me.
Nice. Big up yourself wherever you at. MGZ, you said?
Yeah.
MGZ, girl, come back on the set. We need you. We need you out here. Definitely. So as far as that now, who are some other, like, coming up, you're about to DJ, who are some other cats, like, that's on the scene? Because, when I used to go to your parties, it was individuals like, Young Sound and it's, all of these younger cats as well. Who are the cats that you were around and, kind of looked up to as well?
Truthfully, all right, so looking up to fix that is, I wouldn't say looked up, but I followed. Because truthfully, the people that I looked up to was the big time DJs.
Right.
And not saying that they're not big. I'm talking about when I was growing up, listening to certain things.
Right.
It was like I was listening to the people that's like worldwide. So as far as Young Sound, that's my homie too.
Right.
You know what I mean? He been around from when we used to have day raves and stuff back in the days. So he already had a platform like him, Excellence, Rich. I'm talking about when the Hoodstone Wave Gang era. So it was Excellence, Rich, from Gallus Kids, yeah. So
was
them.
Was it Manny out? Manny was out there?
Manny was out there.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Even Manny's my boy too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people we may not talk a lot, but like if I call Manny right now, like, yo, bro, I need help on something, or like not even just a DJ wise, it's like, just chop it up.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Call him right now, like, yo, I need something edited. Yo,
yeah.
I could call on him.
I agree.
I remember we did E-Hall high school parties together. I used to call on him and I used to split my bread with him.
Nice.
Just off the strength. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
There was times I used to get nervous. Till this day, I still get nervous when I do certain bookings. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as DJs, like I said, you have Rich, you have Excellence, you have Young Sound, you had Al.
Was JP around?
Definitely JP was around. You had Will Star. There's a lot of people, and a lot of people don't even know. You have somebody named DJ Armada. You had... Yo, Diamond, give me some names, because this is really back then. You even had...
this was a wave. It was a good wave, y'all. I can definitely say that. Like,
and they had their breakout years from when they was doing the teen parties.
Got you.
I didn't get my breakout year until like 2015, 2016. So they was bringing it already. So you had, after Al, you had, trying to remember. That's a good one. That is a good one. You had Al, JP, Excellence, Rich, Young Sound. You had Unique.
Yeah.
If you remember Gallus Kids.
Okay, I remember.
DJ Marv.
Right.
Crush.
Marv. I need Marv on here too.
You had Crush.
Yeah. Crush. Okay.
Yes, Crush. Crush been around.
Yeah.
But Crush had took a break. I don't know what was going on with him at one point, but he got back. Trying to see who else, but it's a long list.
It's a long list, but that is you basically answer my question of who was around when you was coming up in a sense. Now as far as now coming up, I know a bunch of DJs that I talked to last season, in a sense. You know, I always ask them this question of how their name came about, because I think this is a funny story for some people. It's a serious story for some people. You never know where people gonna go with this. So how did you get to the name right now, DJ C Live?
The funny thing is, before, like, I just put my name as C Live one day on BBM, and then I was just trying to change my name. I didn't want to be in my brother's shadows and just do it like that. I was just like, let me just make up a name for myself. And I just did that. And then after that, people just started calling me that, you know. Now, people call me, yo, Gear Tree.
Right. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that name coming up, but before we get into that, now that you kind of, so C Live was the first name? Like you just never really went
like
through?
I said, my name was always, used to call myself Junior Magic, then I went to Smooth Kid Magic.
Smooth Kid Magic.
Because of my older brother name, they call him Magic.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm the youngest out of all my brothers, and then I'm more close with him. So, you know, we chop it up every day and call me Junior. That was my Shota dancing name, so I just left it as that. But then I see that I'm going to become a DJ, and I was just like, yo, I gotta revamp my name to something else, and it was just BBM. And then after that, it was C Live before there was DJ C Live. I just call myself C Live because I used to be in teams and stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was really it.
So that was it. I guess that's a calm story. It was a calm story.
Yeah,
nothing
it's
crazy to it. Right. So as far as like you DJing now, were you like an open format DJ, or did you kind of stick to one genre when
I first started? I just thought it was just about, like, you know, partying. You get what I'm saying? Because I was like, you know, I used to
party
vibes. Party vibes.
Right.
But then after a while, I started growth and developing, and then just revamping myself mentally to get back into music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's just more than dance hall and just playing parties, because what if somebody called me for a baby shower, wedding or something? And there's so much music in the world. Yo, truthfully be told, besides dance hall and hip hop and reggae, I love 80s music. I'm talking about Madonna, Michael Jackson.
Go ahead. Cause I ain't noticed about you, so I'm just thinking you dance hall, like
a lot of people think that because I big it up, but like
if you really
hear me, I play a lot of, like, I have an 80s music playlist. Like, even that I like a lot of white people 80s music songs. I like a little house music, stuff like that. Truthfully, I always tell my people, like, yo, bro, I want to go to, like, no discrimination or no racism type stuff. I do want to go to a white people rave, not with the EDM music, but more like house music.
Yeah.
I'm just like
not that hard beat, but the kind of like
a little bit
disco-y kind of.
And even with some things, you gotta show me love.
Okay, that type of vibe. Got you.
Or like, you hear songs like, girls just wanna have fun. Like,
okay,
yo, like,
I catch your vibe. Okay.
Yeah, like when you go to Jamaica, those songs play. Those are big songs.
No, that's true. Jamaica is definitely that. Like, when you talk about sound, you talk about them playing the oldies, the rocks, the rocker. They go from everything. And if you really catch a good DJ, early warm, all of that is gonna be played.
True. That's a fact.
Yep. So, as a DJ, do you remember what your first experience, or I would say first gig was, when you got booked? Like, what was that experience like? Were you nervous? Were you like, I'm ready, I was waiting for this day? What was that like?
I was nervous, and I was like this is how I remember. So, it's 2013. This is when I really started getting, like, you know, a little booked. The reason why I remember this is because my girlfriend that I have right now.
Big up Goody. Anyway, you're there. I know she's tuning in right now.
I don't know where she is. She's probably on her way home from work right now.
Okay.
But it was the year that we met. And this was after Scene Trip, so a couple months after. So this is like, I remember she had a talent show that day. She invited me.
Okay.
And I had a booking right after that. This is how I remember that story. So after that, I called my friend MGZ, Malika, to bring her laptop and meet me over there. So when I had that booking, I was just like, yo, like, I was nervous. And it was in a basement called Bacchanal Hall. Yeah.
So you already know what's going on there. You already know the vibes and what's going on in there.
That was a mixy days, but I knew, but it was my team that had it, and then, you know what I mean? And then it was called Players Club, something like that. I can't remember. We was called MM at first, but then we changed it to Players Club.
Got you.
And you know what I mean? So that was my first time actually like doing like a feeling of a club event, even though it was in a basement.
Okay.
But you know what I mean?
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. So now, from like all these experiences, you know, and now kind of getting on the scene, was it just you starting out as a DJ? You know, I know you linked up with Mika. She kind of taught you the ropes and whatnot. What was the next step or journey, I would say, after that? Was it like, now I'm going to join a team, or am I going to just run and run with the C Live name and do alone? Like, what was the next step after now I'm learning? I learned it. I have my name. What's the next step?
So, believe it or not, I wasn't in no team except the sound that I'm in called Static Sounds.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They already had their sound. I'm the one. They heard me one day when I was DJing at a backyard party. I came and I just shelled, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, yo, who is this? First of all, they was like, yo, who the hell is this dude playing music like, you know what I mean? I was shooting.
Right.
And, you know what I mean? And then my boy that went to high school with me, he's a part of it. So they was telling him and all that stuff. And then I end up getting put on the team and stuff like that. So as far as that, I'm going to keep it a stack. We didn't really reach far as a sound. You get what I'm saying? Well, because everybody doing their own thing. You get what I'm saying? But then I still represent it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But
the experience that happened in the sound, would you say like
there was
those
some experiences, but a lot of experience came from my own doings.
Okay.
And you get what I'm saying? But being around certain people and learning, that's what it really is.
Got you. Yeah.
So being around them, learning certain things, and you know, as the times go by, you know, the years, you know, things are evolving, and I can't say I won't say they didn't teach me nothing, because everybody teaches me something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They teach me how to set up sound, certain to extent.
Right.
But also know how to do stuff on my own. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And now they come to me now. Like, it's just crazy.
For certain things.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's not on some like, I'm not saying it on some like, I'm the big man type stuff. It's just like, life works in mysterious ways. Like, because everybody end up, life hit them.
Right.
So they had to make certain sacrifices for what they want to do.
That's true.
So now it's just like, yo, bro, I need you now. Like, you know, they big me like, yo, I can't believe you really got this far. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. And that support is still there.
Yeah.
Nice. What about team maintenance? How did that come about? Yeah, we get it.
Yo, it was just, there's a lot of backstory behind that. But the original people that started that was team maintenance team was me, DJ Leak. If I could find him on the live, I'll put him on here and see what he said.
DJ Leak, I got you down too. I need an interview too. I'm still doing my research though.
Famous J, Jamone, my bro. And then we was just running with it. Like, you know what I mean? You're just making a stamp for yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then it became bigger after the Garrett song had released.
That came out. So let's segment into that real quick, because that came out with 2015.
Yeah, we released it December 2015, like 2 weeks before Christmas.
Okay.
Like December 15th.
Okay.
So the way you wanna, no, go ahead and ask the question.
Okay, so I'm asking, if y'all know, y'all all know, y'all heard the song before. Write it. Y'all sit on. That is this man right here. If you ain't know, you know today.
Yeah.
And definitely that song took off. I don't know if that was the intent with it, but tell me about the whole collaboration, the making of that song, and basically how it just went and took off.
So, as far as everybody knows that knows me, I used to be scared to talk on the talker phone. You get what I'm saying? I never knew how to MC for myself.
I mean, you are kind of shy in a sense, you get what I'm saying? So that's not kind of
shy, but I used to call people to come, you know,
and MC for you.
Yeah. And this is when Salty was really hot, the DJ from Trinidad.
Okay.
So when he was around, when he was out, he was buzzing. So I'm just like, yo, I gotta practice how to talk. The
Right.
biggest people that influenced me to really be an MC is Jamaicans, because they know how to set a party when they talk.
Bruh.
So now, so one day it was just like, you know, the tip on your toe rhythm just started getting an extra buzz. This is 2 years after the song came out. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? The
okay.
rhythm is just beating. Till this day, it's a
It is.
legendary rhythm.
Yeah, I agree.
So I was just practicing in the crib, and I was on FaceTime with this chick. This one, me and my girlfriend wasn't together at that time because we was broken up.
Got you. Sis, it was not, y'all wasn't together. All right, let's clear it.
So we was broken up at that time, and I was on the phone with this chick that I was dealing with at that time. And she was on my phone, and I was practicing, like, DJing in my house. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have my set at that time, so I was just using virtual DJ still.
Okay, gotcha.
Just, you know, in the house. And then I just put the headphones on my ear and just started, you know, just trying to mimic Salty a little bit.
Right.
But, like, come up with something from a Jamaican's terms and talking, like freestyling.
Right.
A lot of Jamaicans, we never, I ain't gonna lie, the Trinis kind of started that freestyling business. I ain't gonna lie, a little bit.
Okay.
The Jamaicans already had that, but the way they did it, it started a different wave.
Okay.
So when I was just like, you know, I put certain things Jamaicans say, like, yeah, sit down on it, you know what I mean? Like, you know, yeah, I want you sit down.
Right.
And then just started saying it. I put the headphones over my ears, listen to the beat from there, and then I put the chick on, I put the shorty on, I think, my MacBook on FaceTime or something, I can't remember. And I recorded it from my phone, just like this. So the acapella was on my phone, the rhythm is in my ears. Then after that, I sent it to Leak. I'm like, yo, like, listen to this. And then he took it, he blended it up and said, yo, yeah, we're gonna shoot that. And then next thing you know, he just put it up. I didn't promote it, no nothing. I just put it up. I sent it to a couple people, and it was like, it's all right. It's all right. And then it's like, they called me back a couple days later. I was like, yo, hold up. I just seen videos. I was like, write it. And then next thing you know, a girl from, I think from Mount Vernon, she had red hair, and she was Facebook famous. And then next thing you know, she's on live with it, and then it just started getting a buzz. I just seen it just going, and then next thing you know, just hitting in Queens now.
Right.
Now Bronx. Then next thing you know, it's hitting upstate. Then I hear it's hitting cities, and then after that, I just went worldwide.
Crazy.
In a matter of a couple of months.
And like I said, that wasn't your intent. You
and
know,
it wasn't even my intent. It was just me practicing how to be an MC.
Right.
I wasn't trying to make a song.
And from that song, we know that got you, you know, you traveled, you got to, you know, you performed and whatnot.
Yeah, actually, even this weekend again to go DJ.
Wow. So how has that now changed from being a DJ? You're still a DJ, of course, but now you're looked at now as, I want him to perform at my event. I want him to come sing this song. Or was it like, I want you to DJ and
See, look,
sing
my
this
boy
song?
just said he was in Guyana while over there with it.
GT, yeah. That's why I couldn't only imagine.
So to answer your question, right, a lot of people think because I put out one song, I'm an artist, and I explained it to them like, I'm a DJ. My focus is not to be a artist.
Right.
So this is no shade at all to, you know what I mean? And I'm just trying to choose my words correctly because I don't want people to feel like I'm better than them or I'm coming at them of some sort. So you have DJ Sheem, where he's originally a DJ and he started making music. He's an artist.
Right.
So the thing now is, and I'm only keeping it 100 because I'm 100%.
Right.
Sheem still got it as a DJ, but right now his main focus is
the artistry,
is the artist industry.
Right.
Because now he steered away from being a DJ. People don't look at him as being a DJ no more.
Okay.
People was trying to put that label on me. I'm like, no, bro, that's not me.
Not
I don't make music. I tried to, but it's not something I go for.
Right,
I love DJing. That's my passion.
Right.
I'm gonna keep going for that. I'm not, and then you know what I mean. A lot of people just, it can provide for me, but it's like I'm not gonna do something that I'm not in love with. It's just like, you know, your job. Like you making mad money at it, but it's just like, are you happy with it?
Right.
And don't get me wrong, me DJing, I make more money in 1 hour than I do in a whole day at work, depending on my job. Even though I work minimum wage, I know people that's working $30 an hour, and I make more than them in 1 hour than they do at work for the whole day's pay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and it's just like, me being an artist, that's not me. If I can put out another content, I would like to.
Right.
I have been having a block, writer's block. I tried making another song,
But you already.
but
see
my
it.
energy is kind of not there.
Right,
but
right.
I would like to.
Right.
But it's like
You
when
don't
you're
want to force it.
yeah, when you're in this limelight, people expect a lot of stuff from you. And I tell people, if you came, when you make something nice like that, don't expect to not expect people not to expect stuff from you.
Exactly. Yep.
So
because it was a lit song, so it's just like, all right, so
was or still is? Which
it's
one?
let me correct me.
Nah.
Still is a lit song. And yeah.
You know, it's funny. Like a lot of people, like a lot of criticism I have got in the past when it first came out, and people started saying that I was moving Hollywood and not Hollywood, like moving mad cocky, like I'm the shit. Excuse my language. I'm the stuff and all this other stuff. In all reality, I'd be home chilling,
You do.
playing video games or.
You really are like you're one of my favorite DJs because you literally get in, get out, and just live like you're not, and not to this to anybody that be out here and doing their thing, but it's a certain way that you move within the community that I'm just like, okay, he's here for a certain reason, if you get what I'm saying. Like that intention is there, and I see that intention. So that's why I understand when you say like, I try to write another song I want to, but it's not there, and that goes back into intention. Your intention is not to be an artist, it's to be the DJ.
Yeah. So as far as that, like I said, Sheem got it right now.
Right.
For him being an artist.
Right.
As a DJ, he has slacked off.
Yeah.
Because
That's his main focus.
His main focus is DJing. I mean,
His
being an
artist.
artist.
Right.
So it's not like I'm saying he's trash or nothing. It's like when you focus on something somewhere else,
Right.
you stay away from something else
Exactly.
because you have to put more time into something. But like I said, he still got it. He can still play music.
Right.
So
Got you.
I give him his props for that.
Of course, definitely. So as far as like, hearing it on the radio, and you play on the radio before, live 103.1, Caribbean Power Jam, Switch FM. Do you enjoy playing on the radio, or like?
Radio nowadays, I don't even like playing on radios no more.
You don't like playing on the radio?
It's not the same.
Got you.
I miss the yo, big up my brother. You call the phone line and all this stuff.
Right,
We don't live in that
right,
era no more.
right.
Everything is just the phone, social media. So it's just like it's pointless. That's my view. That's my opinion.
Would you like? Would it be a part of your life to create a radio station, or just put that, or that's just something that you just like? Well, I had my experience with it. That's that. That's what it is.
It's not my experience. No, I mean, it's just me opening up a radio station now. As far as that, like I said, like it had its good time, just like everything else. Everything has a time where it can't keep up with the time. Like, don't get me wrong, people
Right.
listen to the radio still, but it's not the same no more. Where I don't get hype over the DJs on the radio no more. Like I really don't.
I don't either.
I really don't. Because some of them just do the same thing. It's never no energy,
I
or
agree.
it's just one set of genre. But even if we doing one genre, it's like, where's the vibes? What do you? And then there's no more. You bringing up artists like this. We used to have back in the days where you have the underground radio station. You have big artists passing through and showing up, and you know, like, yo, he's there, da 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 da.
On the rhythm, just running,
Yeah, you know
all
what I'm
of
saying?
that.
Like
The experience of it.
that's the stuff that I like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a young dude in an old mindset. You know what I'm saying? But
you think you've been here before? You think you've been here before? Your
When?
spirit been here before?
like
I think you've been here before. I think you have. I
in
think.
this spot?
No. I'm talking about just in spirit. I'm
Oh
talking about
yeah.
definitely, Oh, soul wise, that I definitely do feel. But as a DJ, you've definitely went into the lane of now producing your own events and holding your own events, and that's something that I see now with a lot of DJs. They're curating their own events because I guess it's like, for you guys, it's another self-expression type. You guys DJ, but you also can put on these events. I want to talk about some of the events that you're an annual 2 person. You've been lit though with events this year so far. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, if you want to talk about events, you gonna talk about this guy.
I'm trying. Like,
so why did you start producing events?
Number one thing I tell anybody is nobody's gonna market you better than you market yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So even my manager / bro, Darren Banks.
Mm-hmm. Big up Darren.
Of course.
Of course.
I have this conversation with him a lot of times where he wants me to be more in the scene because it's just like sometimes I have a lot of people come to me and they be like, yo, how's this DJ getting booked and you not? And they're not even as good as you. And they're not being shady. They're keeping it 100.
Right.
I just be like, bro, honestly, truthfully, I don't know. Just because I'm not in certain scenes don't mean I'm not everywhere else.
Exactly.
Trust me.
Yep.
But the goal is to be in a scene because you want to keep people recognizing you. Don't get me wrong. And there's a lot of politics when it comes to DJing, you know, certain scenes. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not going to sugarcoat it because nobody's going to say it, but I'm going to say it. You get what I'm saying? I'm not being salty, but I'm just calling it what it is.
Yep.
And because even people calling me and ask me, like, yo, how come you never book me for my, like, yo, when you going to swing me a booking, bro? You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing events. And I'd be like, I'm very picky with my DJs when it comes to certain events.
Same.
And then even though you can have a lit DJ, like, you know what I mean, certain people that's in the scene, I wouldn't book them. I would book them, but I wouldn't book them because I'm tired of hearing them.
Got you.
Because I hear them all the time.
Okay.
And everybody hears them all the time.
Yep.
Let's give them something different.
Yep.
Some people are scared to be to be comfortable with something else. Don't get me wrong, we're human. That's number one fact.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's just like when I produce my own events, it's like I do it to expose myself. More people recognizing who I am and more I want to build more relationship with people.
Right.
So as far as you can see, the first party that I can say that was I think my number one party that I ever had was the all-white graduation party.
Yo, that party was. I wish I would have sent Elvin. I wish I would have sent you that picture of literally me in that.
I gotta find back the pictures from
in
it.
That, because I was there and like I told you, like you invited me to it, like.
And I didn't even realize I did.
And the thing is, I didn't realize that's where I was going because I came there with somebody. And literally for like literally I would say like when I got there I was just like this kind of looks like not familiar, but I'm like, are we at a graduation party? And I'm just like, wait, is it Sea Live graduation party?
Because it was all white.
Yeah, and I was just like, I wasn't wearing all white because I had just came from somewhere, and the person I was with, they was just like, yeah, I gotta go there real quick. And I was just like, okay, but I thought it was just a pop-up and out or type of thing. But
we're gonna have that conversation.
But we definitely, Elvin, will we be able to just break off about like 2 minutes? Okay. We'll show like footage or whatnot right now. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna be back. Make sure you definitely follow myself, Nikki Anticss. Follow DJC Live on IG. You can click the QR code I have up and get all that information. We're going to take a 2-minute break real quick, and we're going to come back and get these questions started. You know, we almost done too. We got probably about like 20 more minutes. So
this problem.
No problem. But yeah, we going to turn this up a little bit. Hey! Bet my money.
Hold me like you can. Never see me again. Hold me like you can. Never see me again. Never see me again. Never see me again. Hold me like you can. I have a penis for your vagina hole. Me there for you whenever you feel alone. Take me wallet and everything me own. Give you me heart but me charge fi me soul. And if we let me still I love you feel like something like sweet and not nice. Or like Tammy and Marshall or Chandel and Kinlan. Baby feel me, squeeze me. We can quick, but me no shame. Me love it when you ball out, when you feel me pain. She call me Alka in a real life, but in a bed, oh God and oh Jesus me. Skin out your wolf, me stab it again. You push it in, then me take it out again. Now close your eyes and count to 10 while me sucky on your nipple. Lay down, down, down.
I got an unreleased audio that I will give you right now that you could actually play because we're gonna get into that conversation you're gonna hear.
I need unreleased. Yes, I love everything unreleased. Yeah, just send me everything unreleased. I like the exclusive shit. I love it. But we're back real quick. We got a few more questions. You know, I got a few more questions to go. And again,
feel like the president. Go ahead.
Again, thank you, bro, for coming on. I'm gonna thank you like 21 times. You already know how I go. But yeah, we talking about events and how you started to curate your own events now. Because you've been doing it for a little minute. You've been doing it for a minute. Yeah. Has it gotten, easier now to kind of come up with certain concepts and just overall putting together the event? Or, is it now something that you have to keep, in a sense, learning?
So when it comes to events, right, you got to know what kind of events you want to do.
Right.
So, like I said, times have changed where to the point it's more production. I miss partying back in the days when it was just straight partying.
Right.
And people come pull up dance. Now, for the past couple of years, I would say in the last 7 to 8 years span, parties have become more who looks good.
Who's popping bottles. And
then also what evolved parties was technology. So social media, basically.
Right.
So then also that now that you have hookah, and then you have high tables, now cabanas. Now, a lot of people come to parties and I don't like people to come to parties just stand up and watch face and just smoke the weed and dance. You get what I'm saying? And so when it comes to me having parties, Bread, big up, bro. The first graduation party, the all white, I graduated from college, which was a big deal for me. And the way how that event did was just basically me doing appreciation to y'all. Like, honestly, I didn't really make that much money off of that. But it was so lit. And like I said, one of my DJs was Ace, Leak, and Famous J.
Excellent DJ, I believe.
I'm going to get to that.
Definitely.
There was somebody else, though, but no, Excellence was the last one, right?
Excellence was the last one, yeah.
Excellence. Now, the party started off slow. I didn't get there till like 2.5 hours before the party ended because I was doing the runarounds. I had to get the food.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did get there. Yeah, you're right.
So now when I get there now, and mind you, there wasn't that much people there yet. People like to come late to parties. I don't know what's going on with them.
Nobody likes to listen to early warm no more. I love early warms. But we're going to talk about that. Continue.
I don't know, man. But now, when I reached there now, Ace and Jamone and Leak was ready DJing. So now it's about to be Excellence. And Excellence started DJing. Now, everybody started pouring in. Now, like, the last 2 hours and a half just got packed. You know what I mean? I was just like, yo, whoa, hold up. And the bottles started flying, people started forwarding and stuff like that. And then after a while, Excellence just started bugging. I don't know what was in this guy's system, bro. Like he just started bugging to the point. First of all, the sound that I had in there is the sound that you could use on a Labor Day truck.
Bruh.
So now,
when you talk sound was in there. It was like big speakers.
Bro, first of all, it wasn't even big speakers. It was power. It was passive, where you had to run the amp and everything through it. It was only 2 basses in there. I'm talking about, this is stuff that they could use for concerts, bro. It's so much power that pulls out of it that the building could even give it that much power.
Right.
And mind you, it just made the scenery so nice that the fact that when Excellence was bugging, the power chipped out and everybody started acapelling and everything.
Yo, I clearly, vividly remember that part of the party because I was just like, it was lit. Like, it was a build up. It was a build up.
Yo, he started wilding, and then like he played soca for a little bit, but when he started playing reggae and everything, dance, like
Shut out.
It was shut out. Like the legit power went out twice. I
Not just
remember
the speaker, y'all. The speaker, the lights, everything went out.
everything went out, and then everybody just saying, "Yo, now this party lit." So I knew Excellence was wilding once he took his shirt off. And anybody that know Excellence, once Excellence take his shirt off, that means he's in his bag.
Oh my God.
But luckily he had his marina on still, feel me?
Big up.
So I end up getting smacked off the rose.
As you should. As you should. You just graduated.
I gave people free food. You get what I'm saying? That's how nice it was. You know what I mean? Mind you, I was working at like $12, $11 an hour doing minimum wage still.
Right.
But that's the first event. That's my favorite event. Then after that, before that, I had a birthday party the year before that with DJ Rich. My point of view, the party was lit as it packed in people.
Okay.
I'll always look back at it like how I can improve my events.
Right.
A lot of people liked it, a lot of people didn't.
Right.
But they said it was lit for the people that was in there. It was a nice party. It was compared to what it is now, how we have people come out to parties, you will be like, oh, there's a big difference in the game changing of parties nowadays.
I agree.
So of how they look, what you're presenting, and people are starting not to like clubs no more because you know why?
Because of all that.
Not even just that, it's just like the number one thing that makes you money at a party is your bar.
Right.
So why am I making you money and I get a percentage when I could have the whole thing myself?
Exactly. That's
and
true.
It makes you look better because you know what you're doing.
Right.
But I do miss clubs though. Don't get me wrong.
I do too. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
I do miss clubs.
But I'd rather put it in your pocket. I'd rather, like you said, like the outlook of it now.
I like to run my operations the way I like to run it. You get what I'm saying? It gave me a better business aspect of how I could handle money because I even went to college and I had a business courses, so that really helped me.
Got you.
Then that party was nice, cool. That helped me to buy my sound. That's, you know what I mean, I invested in myself.
Lit.
After that, 2019, we had a birthday party again in Gallus Lounge. It was calm. It was calm.
Got you.
But then after that again, I was DJing around more and stuff. You know what I mean? So my next party was Anticipation, right before Christmas and New Year's.
New Year's, right?
So it was like a dress-up event. You know what I mean? With my boy Scotty HD.
That was the 2019, right?
That was 2019.
All right.
So we had that party. It was lit. A lot of girls came through and looked nice, whatever the case may be, and that was a nice party.
Right.
Now, 2020, I didn't have a party until the summertime, even though it was COVID related. It was called Gertrude Cool Effect.
Right.
I basically did a free party just to publicize my name even more again because I was, we didn't have no parties. I couldn't DJ nothing. Everything got shut down.
Right.
So, it was a free party and people liked it. It was like, yo, free. I gave them rum punch. It was a cool effect. Now, after that, a nice, massive party that I had with my brother, Famous J, was Tropical Walk. We just did a promo within.
Tropical Walk, right.
It was easy because Labor Day wasn't going on.
Right.
And people was looking for something to do.
Right.
We had over 300 plus people in that spot. Great party. Great party. And after, this is where the Gertrude Entertainment comes in now because of the name. And then I'm not just like, I'm just doing my own events. Like, if I'm not getting booked by promoters and they not really see what I'm doing, I might as well just publicize myself, doing my own events.
Exactly.
But I don't do events all the time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when people do see me work, they be like, all right. They be like, nah, I want you. There's people I have like, yo, what the hell? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, Gertrude Events, I don't really have a whole full branding of it, but I'm going to start doing it. But when you hear Gertrude, I'm trying to put out quality, not just quantity. You get what I'm saying?
You should.
I like my people to be satisfied more than I'm satisfied.
Yep.
So then 2020, we had the Tropical Walk. After that, I had my own event again by myself, which was called Gertrude Winterfett. So I'm trying to take people out of the ordinary from just going to the same regular parties that we had during COVID.
Right.
Like, you know, give them a little insight of like, you know, a little silent party or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And give a different feel to my branding to see you know what I mean?
What else you could do with it?
What else I can do with it? It's trial and errors. People liked it. People loved it.
Right.
I had the capacity, but people said for what it was worth, it was very lit.
Good. Good.
Now,
nice. That's it.
So this is 2020. The next party I had was my birthday party. I haven't had a birthday party
that
since
was Sunkiss. Right.
Sunkiss.
Right. I'm so sorry I missed that. I was literally looking forward to that, and then bitch had to go out of town. I had to go out of town.
I know. You know what's funny? I still get nervous. I was so nervous. I thought my birthday party was going to be a flop.
Why?
I always get that feeling. I have that mindset. So where it is, mere fact that is. Sometimes when you have
Taurus.
Yeah, you have doubts about certain things.
You be self-sabotaging yourself a lot.
It's not about that. You just have doubts because you know why? It's just like sometimes when you feel like you're not hot, but it's just like you'll be surprised at how much people really support you compared to other people.
Right.
Like I have had people saying, "Yo, I'd rather go to your parties than some of these other people's parties because."
Right.
And it's not like I said, I'm not throwing no shade. It's just words of mouth from them. Mm-hmm. Like, when it comes to you, you're not selfish. Your character, your personality, your genuine demeanor, and your love and the big open heart is like, this is why I will forever support you because you don't do the same stuff some of these people do.
Right.
And it's not just I'm not looking just for money. You're looking for us to have fun.
A fun experience. I agree.
And especially majority of them is females. And a lot of the reason why a lot of the females like me is because I be putting on for the females when I DJ.
Right.
But don't get me wrong, I'm a gangster too when I start DJing.
Yeah, but you be sweeting the young them, so we definitely got to come back for more.
So majority of as you can see, Sunkiss was a movie. I don't know if you saw the video.
I did see it.
It was such a movie to the fact that I needed another venue in order to let more. The amount of hit-ups was crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
That's
everybody was in love with it. So it was just like it was a great event.
It looked like a great event. And
it was a great event. Not just with people like the food, the bartenders.
Right.
So the whole Gear 3 entertainment of staff working.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you who, and I gotta big them up too as well. Like I'm saying, I'm the head of Gear 3 Entertainment, C Live. Then you also have my godfather, which is also my manager, Chris. You also got Darren Banks is my manager, my bro.
Right.
You have Famous J.
Right.
Leak, even though some of them may not promote it, like they were still one of the founders of it.
Right.
Then you also have my boy Sean Starr, my bro, when he went to Bahamas with me to go DJ.
Nice.
You have K, you have Ace. Then you have my bartender manager, my bar manager Dulce. You get what I'm saying?
Big up.
And even my bottle girl, Angie. You know what I mean? Anytime it's like I leave them in charge of something, they get it done. And I don't got to worry about something else. They made that help. They also made, even matter of fact, one person I'm also forgetting that's higher than me. My girlfriend, bro.
Big up. Yeah, true.
And I can't forget her. Like, she would have
definitely probably cuss you or probably text you right now if you would have forgot.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't get no food when I get home, bro.
Yeah, and you hungry, so we need you to get food. But I know we running on time now.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I do want to talk about, as far as like your SoundCloud and, your mixes and, you got mixes, Soca Therapy, Total Disorder, Dancehall Recon, 100% Gal Time. Like what motivates you to put out these mixes and what's the curation or that kind of,
so 100% Gal mix?
Yeah. How do you come up with
Dancehall Recon, like I said, I was just heavily into the dancehall stuff. Soca music, a lot of people think that I can't play soca music. But when I play soca music, I be a different breed too. A lot of think because it's like a lot of promoters book me for a certain spot, and then it's not just only for a certain spot. It's just when I walk in the party, certain things be played already, and I'm just like, you know what? Let me just do my own thing. I be freestyling. I don't just be going by a whole playlist. I just be like, let me see what I can do. You get what I'm saying?
Got you.
I like to catch a vibe, then get back to what I want to do. I don't rush nothing. I don't fiend for a prime time slot. I don't fiend for a middle slot.
Right.
I just play what I came to do, even what time it is. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is my words of encouragement to like people, you know what I mean? Don't be afraid to play certain music. You know what I'm saying? Like I said.
That I'm not gonna lie, you just saying that made me kind of like, because like I feel like I've been told by other DJs oh, don't go off and play certain things. You get what I'm saying?
But in a sense of
and I
it's
get,
true.
you get what I'm saying? No, I get what that means, but the way they were saying was just like,
You know why? It's because you're not in a predicament yet to be that DJ where you could do anything you want.
right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. There's
And
levels. Like, I get it.
Not just saying that. I'm talking about the levels of your talent. So until you reach that talent of the caliber of talent, you could do whatever you want.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
But
I witnessed it firsthand.
But
I'm not saying that's me.
I feel like some people just have that naturalness of just rocking out from the start to the beginning.
Some of them are like that.
Yeah.
But some people like for me, for instance, too, I study a lot more. You know what I mean? Like I know a lot of music. I will forget a lot of names. But if you play, I'll be like, yo, that's crazy. I remember this song.
Right, same.
And I don't go for just hit music and stuff like that. I like to catch certain things people remember.
Same, yeah.
So now,
With your mixes now.
my mixes now, 100% gal mix, was like, yo, I hear a lot of DJs play a lot of gal songs, but they don't really be playing. They just be rushing. Like, they be forgetting about a lot of stuff.
Thank you, C Live.
So
Y'all be rushing. Yes, I'm talking to you.
So I forgot the camera's right here too. Big up yourself. I applaud y'all for having me at this interview and listening to me.
Always.
So now, when it comes to the gal songs, there's a lot of, because we hit to a mainstream type thing now in this era. Like,
Yeah.
But if you listen, that's certain scenes. I can't say it because if you go to people like Polish and Kenny,
That's true. They go in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
remember, it's generation times. Like,
That's
you know what I
true.
mean? They don't want to hear that. They want to get straight jiggy with it, or they just want to catch a vibe.
Right.
But and that's at certain parties. So now the mixes like inspired me, like, gal song. I want the girls to feel like they're remembered. And there's a lot of gal songs that don't have that has been left off the market. People don't remember.
I appreciate you.
I know. That's what they call me, the gal selector. Or
Because,
not even
like,
just that.
It's literally that simple. Like you just said it. It's a lot of gal tunes, and y'all be forgetting and rushing through and playing the same ones. I don't want to hear "Bruck Off Your Back" no more. I don't want to hear no "Conscience," "Gala Bubble." I'm sorry.
Yo, you know what's funny?
I'm over it.
I'm gonna send you something right now. Like songs like this don't even get played in parties out here.
Play it. And it's crazy because it's like I be getting sweetened by the littlest of songs, and I be like, where was this? I ain't hear this song in so long.
You know the best place. You know the best place that you could actually hear all the songs you want to hear is going to be called TDI by Famous J, Total Dancehall Invasion.
Say less.
So-
Gal Time Host. Famous J. What's his name? Famous J? I said it right?
Yeah.
Hit me up. Link me. We gonna talk.
You want me to FaceTime him right now? for you?
No, don't FaceTime
All
right now
gotcha.
because he gonna definitely come into the interview and we gotta wrap it up. But
But I'm gonna invest in that, so definitely we can work something out for that.
okay, say
But
less.
also, I have somebody that came into Gear Tree Entertainment that's one of my DJs, and this guy is bod, bro. Like, if he gotta get on this. He gotta get on this. When I mean he's bod, like, we talk about speech, he's bod.
Well, so this is who? Jay?
It's not even Jay. His name go by Sean Diddy.
Sean Diddy.
I met this guy last year at a party.
Uh-huh.
I was DJing at, and I was listening. I'm like, yo, who is this guy? Like, I'm DJing this 18 and plus party. I don't really do that. You get what I'm saying? And looks,
So you didn't hear a mix from him. You just literally.
yo, hombre, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. Join my Instagram live right now, cause you wanna talk right now.
Sean Diddy gonna have to be on a whole other episode because we wrapping up right
We
now.
wrapping up.
We
You right,
wrapping
you
up.
right.
We wrapping up.
Well, I want you to tune into the live right now,
Tune
bro.
in. Tell him tune in, and next time I have him on part 2, tell
Tune
him
into my live right now.
tell him come true.
I'm on it right
Yeah,
now.
we on
Look on it
DocuDJ
right now.
right now.
She about to hear you.
You
She about
live
to
right
hear.
now.
I'm gonna send you this live recording that we didn't even put up yet, and I want you to hear.
Well, I can't play it on right here right now.
Oh,
Unless-
okay.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, you gotta.
But my boy Sean Diddy,
Uh-huh.
met him last year,
And
met him at the backyard party. I was DJing, and then also it's like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? He's cool. He's full of vibes. He's like, he's a cool dude. Met him again after I DJ'd my boy. See, you just joined my life. I joined when I DJ'd my boy named RJ Party last year, and Sean Diddy, he took a break. He's in college, but something about him when I heard him at the party was like, his speeches was crazy. Like, I said, nah, he's wildin'. He's wildin'. Him as a DJ, does he have a lot of work to get back onto? Yes, he does.
Got you.
But I noticed when me and him DJ one time together, I thought we had the place on fire. Like him, like he could.
Him MC and you DJ.
Him as an MC, different breed.
Got you.
Different breed.
Send me the mix. Send me the mix. I want to hear.
The Gary Tree Winter Fete. You can listen to that.
Listen to that.
And then I'm gonna send you the unreleased we just did over the weekend.
All right.
We playing over the weekend.
So is that a new mix that's coming out? You just dropped that mix on there.
It's a live audio from a party, but
Okay.
it's basically we listen. Nobody has it unless we send it to you.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a homework for us to work on better.
Okay.
But as far as you talking about synchronization and then him talking and me playing, it's different. Like if you see us live together in a party, you're gonna be like, nah, they're wilding. And to the point is the mere fact that, he's nice. I rate him. And it just became more. Now he's a part of G3 Entertainment. So it's not about him just being my DJ. Now it's also like we have a bond as, I keep it real with him.
Right.
You can call me anytime of the day. Yo, boom, yo, bro, you got home safely? That's the type of.
So outside of the DJ,
we talk regular.
Got you.
You get what I'm saying?
Got you.
So it's never like, yo, bro, you want DJ? They're like, nah.
Got you.
But as far as that, you will like him because he be wildin', bro.
Okay. I'm excited to hear this mix, and if it's being uploaded, y'all should definitely look out for that. And the SoundCloud. Listen, C Live got so much. You would literally go on his SoundCloud and just go from here to here to here. It's literally a whole. I stay on your SoundCloud.
Yeah, I know.
I stay on it. But again,
Can't forget my bro Gaza Prince either too, because he paved the way for me too.
Gaza Prince, big up yourself.
Him right there. If you want the latest tracks, he's the man that got through it, and he's very worldwide.
Yes.
Don't.
Yes.
I ain't gonna let it be. I'm not gonna forget that he's very worldwide, and he put me on a high pedestal too.
Nice.
He's been bringing me up too as well. You know what I mean? Helping me,
Nice.
which a lot of people don't have to.
Nice.
So he put
Right.
me where I have more people like, yo, I need you back at this party. Like he just texted me earlier today, yo, right after your party, you're booked again the day after because my party's that day. So it's like, in words of encouragement, speaking like that, like, you get what I'm saying?
Nice.
So.
Nice. Yo, big up, just big up the whole journey and all that's been a part of your journey and all who's helped, who's still here, who's not still here, but, you still appreciate what you was taught or the experience within.
I appreciate you.
Right. I appreciate you too, bro. Thank you for being here. Like, once again, I told you, I texted you like last week and was just like, are you free? Can you sit down with me again? And for those that don't know, we already sat down and kind of had this interview, but it didn't go away, how, something happened, but we're here now, and I'm grateful that, you're still open to sitting down with me and still having this conversation. Let the people know before we sign off where they can follow you, SoundCloud, all of that, and your event coming up.
So July 31st, for people that's looking into C Live events, Gear Tree events, July 31st, I'm having a party with my brother, Famous J. It's called Shades of Blue. Yes. Right? Shades of Blue, BLEU, the French way. Hey. So this is like, come in a nice little blue outfit in any shades of blue. It could be turquoise, aqua, but, look nice. So we try and give y'all a good production. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at DJC_live. Also, Facebook, Corvin Williams. Booking info, you can find all my contact information on Instagram. So like I said, July 31st, anybody that's interested in coming to a G3 event or you want to see what a G3 event look like, you can look on my Instagram and you can see the IGTVs. Yeah. Feel me? So that's really it. Hope to see you there because I definitely be wanting you at some of my parties because I would love to have you there as well because you my dogs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even if you don't come, it still doesn't phase away that fact that you're still my fan.
Right. I'm coming July 31st. I'm putting it in my calendar literally, and I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all.
Bring all the gal time girls.
I'm bringing all of them. You think I go to parties alone now?
Nah.
I come with the gang.
You doing bottle packages, drinking? What we drinking?
We drinking. I have not been to a party for you in a little minute, so I'm popping bottles. I'm money pull up in.
Yo, you know what's funny? Y'all spend more money than the dudes,
I always say that, and I ain't say it.
Friday night when we DJ'd, Me and Sean Diddy was emceeing. I was playing. We was shooting. I played the Wi-Fi, and funny thing is when Wi-Fi first came out, a lot of people was like they heard it, but they wasn't really feeling it. But a lot of people was feeling it. But when I played the Wi-Fi recently, Friday night, a girl came and gave me a $60 money pull up. Off the rip, she just started brucking out like to the. She's in front of me, and it's like I ain't gonna lie. She was. You know, I ain't gonna get killed on live.
Please don't. Not on my show. No, not on my show. But, guys, listen. July 31st, we out. Shades of Blue, DJ C Live.
You would definitely be a host for an event that I have, and we're going to have a talk about that.
We're going to talk about that. You already know. I'm here for whatever you want to do. Make sure you guys follow him on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Nikki Anticss. Once again, DocuDJ, this is the first episode of the second season. We here. We going to be here every Monday, 7:30 p.m. Make sure you guys tune in live. Follow me on Instagram. Make sure you follow the family also, Rise Radio. I appreciate y'all for, it's so much going on, and I appreciate them so much. So once again, thank you everybody for tuning in live. See Live, again, brother, thank you. We going to chat it up. We going to work. We community.
Of course. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, of course. So let me just play this little mix on the fly out. And we out. See y'all next week, Monday.
Stop fight with him, make him fight for you like Tyson, girl. You're too nice to him, the boy love him belly. Poison. Breaking news. Man, wa kill him, girl. I guess I got her pussy too good. Breaking news. Girl, your pussy too good. Breaking news. Man, wa kill him, girl. I guess I got her pussy too good. You're not afraid to break out. You throat deep, but you hold no fuck out. You wine pan cocky like how you supposed. Who want for your clothes, come move now me house. Me turn you in a spot. Girl, your pussy marvelous. Give you anything you want, me love. Baby, your pussy marvelous. Anytime you lonely, just call me now. Yeah. Don't want me to go to kite pussy. She says she dedicate her life to me. If she see me with a girl, she a fight for me. Let me buy you a Benz, go drive booby. I'll give you anything you want, me love.
No, some me not do it. No time at all, me know me not cheat. No time at all, me not fi compete. All the talk, them a talk, me know my man not leave. No time at all, you know me not cheat. No time